Two stunning golf communities, two different vibes. We're going to compare the Barton Creek versus the Hills neighborhoods today. I'm going to show you the similarities and the differences so you can decide which one would be better for you to tee up your dream home. Let's jump in. Hey, I'm Nicole Cooper, your Austin area expert for real estate and golf communities. And if you want to be the first to know about new things happening in Austin real estate, tap the bell, subscribe, we'll love you forever. Now let's jump right into this comparison between these two awesome golf communities. A bit of an overview for Barton Creek. It's just about 15 minutes west of town outside the Loop 360. Think luxurious kind of resort style community, high-end golf courses, and it's home to the Omni Hotel. So you're gonna get a bit of that feel of having guests and hotel guests at the country club. The Hills of Lakeway is located right in the heart of Lakeway, obviously, and it is going to have a bit more of that suburban vibe and a little bit smaller of that community feel. So let's get started and just start combining everything about each community so you can see the differences and the similarities. Let's start with the homes. In Barton Creek, you're going to have typically larger homes and somewhat newer homes. There are different communities within each portion. The Barton Creek has different communities and the Hills has different communities, but let's just focus on the Barton Creek. There are 4 golf courses, so there are 4 distinct kind of communities within the Barton Creek. One of them is out in Spicewood, so we're going to leave that one for another day. The other 3 golf courses are right 15 minutes west of town, and they're all pretty much together. 2 are actually side by side, and the third is a bit of a drive, maybe 5-10 minutes away. So next to each golf course, you're going to have, that's going to kind of determine how old the homes are. So the Fazio Foothills was the original course, and the homes on there are going to be a fair amount, couple of decades older than, say, the ones at Fazio Canyons. Fazio Canyons is part of the Amara neighborhood, and those homes, some of them are brand new, but most of them are within the last 5 to 10 years. So in the Barton Creek community on the Amara side, like I mentioned, they go back about 5 or 10 years, and the original Barton Creek over on the Fazio Foothills side and Crenshaw Core side, those kind of started late 80s, early 90s. And you know, there are still some new ones going in over there, but not very many, because it would usually take place of something that was already there or a lot that someone's been holding on to for decades and finally decided to sell. So there's just not a lot of land yet left to be developed on the original side of Barton Creek. In general, properties are going to start around $2 million and go upwards into the multi-millions, upwards of $10 million, depending on view, size, and acreage. So some of the lots are backing to the green belt, and that would bring a premium. Some of the lots are over an acre, some of them are over 3 acres. More land you have and the more privacy you have, the higher the price point. And of course, the more modern design and updates that have been done in the house are going to command a higher premium as well. Now think, if you're on the Amara side or Amara section, those homes are a bit newer, so they won't need as much updating as on the original section. And some of them are still new, so you can buy new on that side. So that's the main thing, that's the differences within the Barton Creek right there, the 3 courses that are together right in town. Now let's talk about real estate at the Hills. So you need to understand first the different sections of the Hills. If you are in the Hills proper with the original golf course, that's one gated section, and then right next to it, the sister course is Flint Rock Falls. Their gates actually connect, or their fence actually connects in the middle. The Hills was built first. Flint Rock Falls is the newest, so you're going to have some newer homes on the Flint Rock Falls section. So generally speaking, those homes are going to be a little bit higher price point than on the Hills side. However, they are not near as expensive as the ones in Barton Creek. So you're looking at more, you could probably get into the hillside in the, $700,000 range, and it might go up to $2 million, unless it's something super spectacular. And then on the Flint Rock Falls side, they're going to start a little bit higher, unless you have, they do have some garden homes in there, some little condos up by the clubhouse that could be in the 700s, but otherwise you're going to be north of $1 million and maybe head up into $3 million on the Flint Rock Falls side. But that's not as expensive as Barton Creek. And then if you head over to the other two courses, the Live Oak and the Yopon, that would be part of your Hills membership if you had the signature package. Those homes are even older, and they're just going to range all over the place because some of them may have a lake view, some of them may be original from the 70s and hasn't ever been updated, and some of them may be just completely redone, added onto, and look like brand new. So you're going to have price points and non-cookie cutter type living all over or all near the Live Oak and Yopon golf courses. And since we're talking golf courses, let's go ahead and talk about what it looks like to join. The reason I'm comparing these two communities today is because if you're at the top level of each, you get 4 golf courses with each membership, but the price points are quite a bit different. At the Barton Creek Country Club, if you're the top level membership, it's $175,000 initiation fee. At the Hills, if you have the top membership, that's 4 courses, it's $95,000 initiation fee. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference if you go a little bit further out of town, all the way to Lakeway, than having that nice, convenient access to town at Barton Creek. So you go a little bit further out, maybe you enjoy that suburban feel, and Lakeway will definitely fit the bill there, and you get a much kind of more quaint membership and at a much better price. The courses themselves, well, the ones at the Hills in Flint Rock Falls, Jack Nicklaus and his son designed those. And at Barton Creek, the main designers are Tom Fazio and Crenshaw. So all in all, design-wise, you've got some great names doing both courses. There's all have great traits about them. They're just a little bit different feel. So at Barton Creek, you're gonna have more kind of elevation, more panoramic high point views than you would at the Hills in Flint Rock Falls. You still get the rolling hill country terrain on all of the courses that we're talking about today. At the Barton Creek, it's a little bit more pronounced than it is at the Hills in Flint Rock Falls. As far as the amenities go at each of the places, at Barton Creek, I mean, you have everything top to bottom, and it's anchored by the Omni Resort. And that is both a pro and a con. It's a pro in that it has multiple restaurants, it has spa, wellness center, it has the tennis courts, racquetball, all the pickleball, all the things you can imagine. However, you have to share it with people staying in the hotel. So it's not just a true membership where you're probably going to recognize your buddies every time you go. Sure, you're going to recognize one here and there, but you will have corporate events and corporate outings and things, and there will be a lot of non-members playing at Barton Creek. On the flip side, at the Hills, they have all the same type of amenities too. It's just a little bit more spread out. So if you want to go over to the pool and the workout center and the tennis, that's over at the World of Tennis. It's not far, but you do have to get in your car and get over there. All of those kind of peripheral activities are in a different location from the Hills main pro shop. As same thing with Flint Rock Falls, you're gonna have to get in your car or your golf cart and head over there to be able to utilize all the things. It's not as centrally located as Barton Creek. Then again, the third course at Barton Creek is a drive away from the original 2. So, you know, you're gonna have to get in your car to use all the activities. But in general, at the Hills, you're gonna feel a little bit more quaint, community, tight-knit vibe because there is no hotel, there is no resort that allows non-members to play all the time like you're gonna find over at Barton Creek. Both communities host myriads of tournaments for all the members. They're both wonderful. They both have large memberships of women, men, low handicappers. They have great golf tournaments. They have wine and nines. You know, all those kind of events are prevalent at both courses. So you won't go wrong. You won't go missing out on any social activities either way you choose. As for the schools, Barton Creek, for the most part, flows into the Austin Independent School District. There's a small portion of it that flows into Eanes, but for the most part, Barton Creek flows into Austin ISD, and the Hills area, all of that Lakeway area flows into Lake Travis ISD. And here are the scores and ratings for both of those school systems. So the community vibe is pretty different. Barton Creek, think luxury resort style, country club living, sophistication, if you will. The Hills has a more laid-back vibe, a little bit of a suburban small town feel in comparison to the Barton Creek Country Club. Both are stunning communities, and you're not going to go wrong with either choice. Do you want something closer to town? Do you have the budget to spend a little bit more on your home? Barton Creek. Do you like a little bit more laid back vibe, maybe out in the suburbs? Lakeway? Think the hills. Either way, I think you're going to love living on any of the golf courses that they have because it's absolutely beautiful in that rolling hill country terrain. But tell me, which one do you prefer? I love to get your comments. I answer them all myself, and I love to hear from you to see which one you think is the best one for you. And hey, if you want to go look at any houses in person, you want to get inside the gates to get a firsthand upfront view, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. My team and I are always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others. I can't wait to see you around town.